Um, when you had so many injuries and you had to start so many rookies, what advice did you give to those rookies before their first game?
Just to be who they are. They've been so good through this all, and you never know when your opportunities are going to come, and they've been really consistent in learning how to become pros and what those habits are like, and to be ready whenever your opportunity comes. And so, just continue to give them confidence, and allow them to be themselves, and to just stick together, and lean on each other.
Obviously, Paige gets a lot of the attention, but JJ and Isaiah especially, and the other rookies, just what has their impact been, and can you just kind of elaborate on what they've brought?
Yeah, I like our class. We got a bunch of really good players, and more importantly, we got a bunch of really good people. They're just fantastic in the locker room. They're A+ humans. They're wonderful teammates. They're committed. They want to be better. They want to be great for the team, for the locker room. I think you're seeing with JJ just start getting more and more comfortable, as a point guard. The last couple of years at West Virginia, played off the ball, so really commanding that point guard spot and finding the balance of when to score and when to facilitate. And her tempo has impacted us in so many positive ways as I is getting more and more comfortable as a scoring punch, and finding her way within our system and changing speeds and getting to her spots. And then, Paige has been great as well, continuing to get more and more comfortable playing on the ball, now off the ball with JJ. And then with Lou, tough little stretch here for her, but she still is going to compete every single possession and just does a lot of little things that don't show up in a box score that really keep us cohesive.
Losing's never fun, but obviously there's some rope that has to be given for the fact that this is a developmental stage for your team at 6 and 14. So how much does that relationship with you and Kurt be able to give you that rope compared to a lot of other coaches in this climate where they lose jobs so quickly?
Uh, I'll say that, like, I'm not happy. I've got to be better, and I'm going to be my harshest critic. And Kurt's been fantastic. He's been extremely supportive, and he's challenged me as well, right? So he knows that, and he's there to help me, and I've appreciated that. Going to take a step back, like this is a veteran Phoenix team that has really good veteran leadership, and they're extremely tough. And I know they were still missing Ka and Satu, but this just solidifies that this is a contender in their house, responding from losing a game on the road. You knew you were going to get best effort. And so it's great for our rookies to live through that, because they didn't know what was coming until it hit them. So now they have that and they've lived through that experience.
Sammy Whitcomb obviously had an explosive performance. Just what were some of the things in dribble handoffs and just throughout the night that made her such a challenging player to contain?
Yeah, I mean, she's just so good on the move, right? We tried to not allow her to use screens to get her going towards the hoop and not away from it. But she just has such a good change of speed. She's so quick and she's really strong and can throw you off and get separation. And then, I think early we had some slippage and we went under. And then when she sees one go in, the basket just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So credit to Sammy, just stepping up and just played incredible.
What were some things offensively that maybe can be improved from this performance heading into the Chicago game?
Yep. I think some toughness around the rim. I don't think we finished well in the paint around the rim. I thought we missed a bunch. We got our shot blocked a bunch. Like, I just don't think we had a toughness and a physicality around the rim to go finish. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Go to Rob on the Zoom.
Thank you, Rob Tiongson from the Podium Finish. Coach, you shared before how you try not to get too high or too low, given how this league goes. So, after a game like tonight, how important is it to strike that balance between addressing the takeaways with the team and keeping morale steady, given that you have such a young lineup and an evolving roster?
Yeah, I think, you've got to challenge them and make them aware. They already are, right? They're aware that we weren't ready. And we could have, played a little bit harder, and responded a little bit better. But so you challenge them, and at the same time, you recognize that this is such a long season, and you have short-term memory, and you just continue to take the learning out of it, and then continue to pour into them, and just continue to give and and transfer belief and infuse confidence and know that this group will respond and continue to get better, right? It's such a young group, so we'll take what we can from it, wash this one away and turn around and get to playing hoop again on Wednesday.
Go to Joey.
Yeah, hey coach. It looked like Paige took a hard hit there early in the game. Might have hit her head or something. Just wanted to see if she's feeling all right.
Yep, we talked to her here, she's feeling okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Safe travel.